Welcome and happy Tuesday. You are live with Sandra at It's All About Choices, where you make the decision to take action with your health and your wellness and weight loss goals. And I guide you through the best choices specifically for you. And every Tuesday, I have the pleasure of dishing out your weekly dose of nutrition news for your mind, your body, and your soul. And I hope everybody is having a wonderful day so far. I hope your week is going well. And those who are tuning in live with me, I so appreciate you tuning in with me and taking time to pause. And for those who are listening to the replay, I enjoy and I thank you for pausing as well, because I know that your time is valuable. And I'm so glad that you are tuning in to get some helpful information that will benefit both you and your family. And so we are on the theme of attacking the holiday weight gain head on. Okay. This series is all about surviving the holidays without the weight gain. And so we're getting a head start. Okay. We are in October. And so October to me is kind of the precursor to the holidays, because at the end of the month, we do have Halloween coming up. So for some people, that is a big deal. And it does lead to eating more and doing a little more extra things. And then, of course, November and December, we are into head on into the holiday months. And so today we are talking specifically about how to stay on track during the holiday month. So this month I'm going to give you all the tools and the tips and the tricks so that when November comes, you are ready. Okay. It's all about being ready beforehand, right? And so with all the busyness that gets the best of us, right? Being really, really busy. So the busyness can include jobs, careers, volunteering, extended family, running our kiddos around different places all over town, but basically overcommitting ourselves to the point where we feel overwhelmed and short-tempered, right? And so stay with me to the end as I reveal how to keep the holidays happy and merry by avoiding holiday mistake number two. Okay, we're talking about number two today. So that we make that gets us off track and has us feeling sluggish. And so a quick introduction of myself. As you all are tuning in, please say hello to me, give me a shout out, post in the chat. I love engagement, post comments, post questions all throughout. Please, 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 okay? And so my name is Sandra Goldtree, and I am a registered dietitian nutritionist, and I help adults build healthier and sustainable habits that they need to promote healthy weight loss, not just weight loss, but to keep it off, boost their energy levels, and just to simply feel better about themselves. So fueling the mind, the body, and the soul. And so my goal for you is simply to maintain a level of consistency with your weight and your health goals during the calm and during the storms of life, and more importantly, the unexpected. And so continue to chime in as you are logging on. Say hello to me, give me a shout out, and then continue to post and comment throughout this live, because I love engagement. All right. And so, for those who are just tuning in, we are on the theme of attacking the holiday weight gain head on. Okay. And again, this series is about surviving the holiday months without the holiday weight gain. So, we're getting a jump. So, October is kind of a precursor. So, I'm giving you a jump. So, you have some tools, you have some nuggets, you have some things to think about before November gets here, okay? Before things start to kick in, the events, the holiday parties, etc. Okay? And so post in the chat, stressful, manageable, or calm, okay? In years past, how would you rate your level of holiday craziness? Stressful, manageable, or calm, okay? So where do you fall in that realm when the holidays pick up, okay? And so we're going to start while you are posting that information. I'm going to start with point number one, which is holiday survival tips. So might want to get a pen and get some paper. Number one, be mindful during the holiday season. It's so very, very important. Okay, mindful is what's key. Number two, deprivation is not the best approach, as the holidays are a time of fellowship and enjoyment that involves food and drinks. Okay, that's part of the process for many of us. Number three, having balance is key. Okay, and we're going to go into more detail on these. And number four, the all or nothing approach will backfire and result in overindulging way more than had you just given yourself permission to enjoy whatever it is in the first place. Okay. Whatever the food is, whatever the drink is in the first place. Okay. So remember these importance of Bible tips. Now, last week I featured my up close and personal segment. However, the replay is still available where I reveal holiday mistake number 1, okay, made during the holiday season, which is skipping breakfast, okay? And so I'm going to post in the chat the URL where you can listen to the replay. So definitely check out mistake number 1 because you're going to see it repeated for all 4 steps, but this is so very important. It's probably one of the biggest mistakes that people make during the holiday season is they skip breakfast, okay? So definitely check out that replay. And so today we're going to talk about holiday mistake number 2, all right? And so answer this. So how are you feeling going into this holiday season? We're still in the pandemic, but yet, it's a lot more relaxing than it was last year. But how are you feeling going into the holiday season this year? Okay, are you uneasy? Are you unmotivated? No different? Or are you joyful? Okay, so where do you stand? How do you feel going into the holiday season, just in general? Okay. All right. And so, point number 2, doing things different this year. Okay. Let's talk about doing things different. So, let's make this holiday season of 2022 different than it was last year. So, how do we do that? Okay. So, the first step is again how to stay on track during the holiday season. And so, on track with your weight loss, on track with your health goals, on track with self-care, because these things tend to go out the window when the holiday craziness goes on. People exercise a little less, we're eating more, we're drinking more, we're moving less. Basically, is what happens in the nutshell. So, do you feel you're at a point where you can enjoy all that the holiday brings without any regrets in January? So, honest answer, do you feel that you're at a point where you can enjoy, everything that the holidays have to bring without any regrets during the holiday season? So, for many people, this time of the year they're fearful, especially if they have been losing weight throughout the year. And then all of a sudden now the holidays, and they're like, what do I do? What do I do? So, 3 questions that I have for you. Have you lost weight? Or have you lost the weight that you hoped that you would lose so far in 2022? Number 2, or has your energy increased since January? Okay, so have you noticed an increase in your energy levels? Okay, or do you feel healthier than you did this time last year? So think about that. So are we still in the same place? Many of us we kind of stay in the same place and we until it becomes our norm. So if you answered no to any of these questions, 1 or more, you're not alone. And so, but here's the good news. Okay, there is a different way. Okay, there's a different way. There's a way that you can do things and approach things a little differently for this holiday season, so that you're not going into January trying to lose now another 10 pounds that you've added on from last year. And so we tend to take better care of others, if you think about it, than we do ourselves. And so there's no shame in needing help and in putting ourselves back on the priority list, because that's very important every day of the year. Okay. And so what I am doing is, how would you like for my personal mentoring to help catapult your health results? Okay. So you can still enjoy the holidays, but yet you're also doing things that are going to benefit your health and wellness as well. And so I am gifting 10 people in my community with a comprehensive weight loss and health accelerator session with my fee entirely waived. And so I am going to post where you can grab your spot, get more information on this very informative session. It's a phone session. And so what we will do in our private one-on-one phone session, we will focus entirely on you and your specific needs. In particular, we will have set a crystal clear vision of what a nutrition and weight loss path will look for you. Okay. We will uncover hidden obstacles, any unconscious patterns that you've been that you've been struggling with, or maybe that's been actually sabotaging your results and your success with losing weight and keeping it off that you may not even have been aware of. And then you'll leave the session not only inspired, but also with my personalized and tangible steps to help move you forward, both health wise and weight loss wise. So that is what's important. And I can't promise when again I'm able to offer you this full weight loss and health accelerator session that's completely complimentary, no charge. But I do have one requirement though, that you need to be serious about changing your health story, changing your outcomes, okay? And you must be ready and willing to take action. And that's it, okay? That is it. And so now let's go into the second holiday mistake that people make. And more importantly, how to avoid it, okay? So that you can stay on track during the holiday season. That's really what this is all about. So the second holiday mistake is, so last week I did talk about the first one, skipping breakfast, okay? And the most common reason for skipping breakfast is people want to save calories. They want to save it for the big event or the big meal that's coming up, okay? And so this leads me directly into holiday mistake number two, which is going back for seconds, okay? Holiday mistake number two is going back for seconds. So when we skip breakfast, we are showing up at the meal, the event, the party, vulnerable, okay, to everything in sight because we are super hungry, okay? We have been waiting for this meal. The meal can't get out fast enough, or the people can't put the food on the buffet line fast enough for you. So having all the best intentions to save calories by skipping breakfast, you are actually going to more than double the amount of calories that you are taking in. In most cases, the first time you get your plate, especially if it's buffet, is piled as high as you can with everything that you can fit on that plate. Okay, if we're being realistic. Then you're eating super fast. And then you end up realizing that you missed some food while you were making your plate. You didn't get it all. And so as more people walk past you with food that you missed, self-control is just completely out the window at this point. And so therefore, I always recommend assessing the options before you make your plate. Okay, first you don't want to show up starving, okay? And then and then second, you need to assess the scene, okay? Assess the situation and see what is available to you, because going back for seconds is generally what sets people over the edge in one of two ways, okay? There's a couple of ways this happens. One, then you're too stuffed. You didn't allow your stomach to send the signal to your brain that, hey, you just ate 1,000 calories. You are full. It's just you don't know it yet. So that's usually what happens. You want to unbutton your pants. You want to sit down, and then the whatever syndrome kicks in. So number two, the whatever syndrome kicks in, where you just keep eating. You're like, okay, I done blew it for the day. I might as well just keep going. Both of which leads to the holiday weight gain. Because think about that. If you do that at every event, at every meal for the course of the 2.5, 3 month period, the holidays tend to stretch, you will gain weight. So hence another reason why and how we get off track. Okay. So post relate if you've been there, done that, still there, working on it. We all working on something, right? So post relate if this sounds oh so familiar to you. So if you show up to the table too hungry, and before you know it, you're beyond stuff. You're like, oh man, I don't overdid it. There's no turning back at that point, right? So knowing the tricks of the trade to stay on track during the holiday months are key. Okay, so here are some of those keys. You want to enjoy the holidays, okay? Feeling free to eat what you want to eat and not deprive yourself, okay? You don't want to deprive yourself because in many cases, the food that's available is food that you only see this time of the year. So yes, absolutely enjoy it. You don't want to feel that feeling of overwhelmed and sluggish, okay? And then you want to prevent the weight gain. So these are the keys of staying on track. You don't want to feel overwhelmed. You don't want to feel sluggish. You want to prevent the weight gain. So never lose sight of the matters that matter. Okay, I love saying that. Never lose sight of the matters that matter. So number one, Do not forget about you during the holiday season. Don't allow the busyness of trying to get everything situated and get everything planned and get everything purchased stop you from mistake number one, eating breakfast. Okay. And I'm going to throw in there getting lack of sleep. Okay. And number two, this topic, staying on track during the holiday season. Okay. So keep that self care intact. That's where the sleep would really come in. Continue to exercise. Maybe you don't exercise for 60 minutes because time is crunched, but at least get 20 minutes in, do something. Okay. So this is the perfect time to make yourself a priority or keep yourself a priority at this time of the year and to continue to lose weight or maybe even maintain. But the goal is we want to prevent the gain, okay? Again, I advise you to not wait to apply for your complimentary weight loss and health accelerator session. This will allow yourself to receive personalized one-on-one attention. So we're focused on you to help you to get through the holiday season. So you're in January, like, hey, I don't need to set all these resolutions, which that's a whole nother live, but you just go through your normal routine, okay? But remember, once these sessions are gone, they are gone. So don't wait, don't hesitate. Remember, you can grab your spot at actionchoices.com/accelerator. Okay. Actionchoices.com/accelerator. And you will see that posted in the chat. And my goals for you simply is I want to get you motivated, keep you motivated. I want you to believe that your dreams are possible. And I want you to have a crystal clear view or vision on your next steps so that you can begin seeing the results from your hard work. Okay. So you can enjoy the holidays without all the evidence. Okay. And so you don't have to go on a diet in January. Okay. So you want to set all these weight loss goals in January. Okay. So I appreciate you tuning in with me today. This concludes what I have of your weekly dose of nutrition and wellness news for your mind, your body, and your soul. Post your comments, post your questions. They will get addressed. I thank you for listening live. I hope to speak to you. I look forward to speaking with you individually, one on the phone. And next week, we will continue on our topic of how to attack the holiday weight gain head on. So we're being very, very, very proactive. And so we're going to dig a little bit deeper in how to avoid the holiday weight gains and some strategies and some tips and tricks on specifically how to avoid the weight gain. All right. I have had many clients that lose weight during the holiday months and still enjoy their holiday favorites. So it is possible. Okay. So tune in with me next week, same time, same handle, and be blessed and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.